Hey everybody, beautiful day here in BuQeye barbecue land. I think it's going to be in the mid 60s and sunny. Today we're going to use the Lonestar Grillz offset smoker and do some St. Louis cut spare ribs. So in a moment here we're going to take you back in time and get the ribs ready. And in the meantime we're going to get the smoker lit and ready to go. So thanks for joining and we'll be right back with you. Okay, so we're going to get the rub on our St. Louis cut spare ribs. By the way, this was a whole spare rib that I trimmed up. I trimmed off the riblet bones over there, squared it up, and I'm going to do a little experiment with the trimmings and cook them up today as well. But here is the main rack of ribs, the one I'm going to focus on for today. So we did remove the membrane. So I have a video of removing a rib membrane that I will put a link to in the description, or maybe I'll do a card on the screen right now. So look for that if you want to see how to remove the membrane. It's pretty easy. Some ribs are more finicky than others, but you can always get it. So I'll again put that video up in the corner right now. We're going to use this rub today, Uncle Steve's Shake. This is the sweet and spicy version, and this is not all that spicy. It's actually really good. I don't think I've ever used it on ribs, so I'm looking forward to that. So we're just going to give everything a good coating. And I do intend on saucing these. I like sauce on my ribs, so whenever I do that, I usually don't go super heavy on the seasoning, on the rub. So we're just going to get a good even coating on them. And then just pat it in. And then turn everything over. And again, these pieces here, the trimmings, I'll just go ahead and do those real fast. They are not my focus today. I didn't even trim them up very well. Still got some silver skin on them. I thought about freezing them, cutting them up in pieces and freezing them for a stock, but I've got enough meat in the freezer right now for a stock, which is something I'm going to do sometime. Turn these over to the meat side. If you never tried the Uncle Steve stuff, I pretty much like every one I've tried. The sweet shake is great for cinnamon rolls, and we used it on smoked cream cheese once and it was outstanding. All right, so I'm gonna get these in the fridge, let them start getting the meat sweats. We're probably a couple hours away from firing up the smoker, something like that. So we will bring you back probably for the smoker light and go from there. See you in a little while. So we're gonna get the smoker fired up. I've got the smokestack wide open. I've got the big door to the smoker open. I also have the lid to the firebox open, and I did take the griddle plate out because when I add a log, I like it to fully combust and get some of that dirty smoke out at that point before it goes into the smoker. So that's sort of the way we're gonna start it as well. I do have some Fogo lump charcoal to start my bed of coals inside the fire management basket. And I've got one of Tiger McCool's fire cups, which I actually really like to use as starters. This is the last one I have, so I'm gonna have to order some new ones. And I do have the brand new ash pan that I just got from Lonestar Grillz. You might have seen a video showing this accessory, but essentially I didn't think it was a big deal to have it, so I didn't order it. But after using the smoker a few times, I thought, you know, it really would be convenient, so I went ahead and ordered one. So we'll get this fire cup started. Here we go. And just make sure that gets going, and it has. And then I'm just gonna slide the ash pan under the fire management basket. And there we go. So we're gonna let that get started. I'd say in the next 30 to 45 minutes, we'll throw a log on. I have oak splits to use. I've got those stored underneath. It's hard for me to get good smoking wood around here. I need to actually look a little harder, to be honest with you. But I ordered this oak from Cutting Edge Firewood. It's not cheap. Shipping a big box of wood is not cheap, but I do like it, and I do intend to always have some on hand. But we'll see if I can get some local wood delivered at some point too. Maybe we'll do a video on that. So we're gonna wait for this coal bed to get going. We will add our split, and then we'll get our ribs out and get them ready to put on. So we'll bring you back. All right, the coal bed is coming along great. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my first oak split in, and this is actually one that was left over from the last cook that didn't burn all the way, so I'm just gonna use it. I went ahead and closed the lid of the smoker, the big lid. The smokestack is still wide open, and I'm gonna leave the top open while this first split combusts, and then we'll get it closed down. Shouldn't take very long at all for the flames to start on that, and they're already going, as you can see. So I'm gonna let that go for a minute, and then we will close the lid. I'm gonna go ahead and get the ribs out so they can start coming up to temperature. And we'll bring you out to put these on as soon as the smoker gets up to temp. And I'm thinking around 250 today, plus or minus 25 degrees. I'm not gonna worry too much about. So we'll bring you back here in a minute. Okay, so the smoker's right up to temperature. It's running up to 250 right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these St. Louis cut spare ribs on. I'm gonna wait to put the other cuts, just what I'm calling the extra. Again, this video is really focused on that main cut of St. Louis spare ribs right here. So I'm gonna put the others up, and we'll put them on maybe in about an hour when we do our first check here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these ribs on right now. Okay. Oh, I forgot to bring a glove out, so let me do this real quick. There, that'll work. And now we'll grab our ribs, and I'm going to put the thicker side towards the firebox, get them on there kind of right in the center, and take one glove off here, get my thermometer probe set there, and now we'll get the rack pushed back in, and there we go. So we're gonna check on these in maybe an hour and put the other cuts on at that point, and so we'll bring you back. Okay, we're an hour in, so we're gonna check on our ribs. Looking good. Pull that out. So getting some nice color there, happy with that. I do have spritz ready. I've got half apple cider vinegar, half water, so I'm just gonna give them a quick spritz. I'm not gonna overdo it right now. I'll check them again later. And I'm gonna put in these kind of rib pieces that we have here from the trimming of the spare ribs to make them more of a St. Louis cut. So I'm just gonna put these all in. And again, this is more of just an experiment. Main cook today is definitely that St. Louis rack there on the bottom and the middle. So there we go. So we're gonna get this closed back up, and we will bring you back probably in the next hour, and we'll spritz again and see how we're doing. Cooker's running great, anywhere from 250 to 270 it's running. So we'll bring you back. Okay, we're just over 2 hours. Cooker running right at 250, running nicely actually. So let's take a look here. Ooh, it's pretty. So our rack of spare ribs, St. Louis cut, are looking really good. Can I give them a little spurt? The extra trimmings looking good also. Again, not the focus of this video, but I don't feel like freezing them. So add a little moisture, half apple cider vinegar, half water. And I think we're good. I'm not gonna wrap yet. I'm probably gonna go another hour. We're at 2 hours and 15 minutes right now, so at least 45 minutes, maybe closer to an hour. Looks like we're getting a little bone pull back there. But I'm gonna get this lid closed and get them back to cooking, and we'll bring you back. I've got my foil ready with some of my spritz and just half a jar of Stubbs barbecue sauce I happen to have. So we are exactly 3 hours in. I've got my foil ready, as you saw. So I'm probably gonna take these off and wrap them. I'm gonna do a quick bend test just to see where we are with our flexibility and tenderness. Color is outstanding. All right, I'm pretty comfortable with that. We're gonna get these wrapped. I'm gonna go ahead and take all of these off. I'm gonna wrap these trimmings in. Sorry about the camera work here. I don't have a great way to set the camera up right now. So I'm going to put the trimmings in its own wrapping, and then I'm going to do the one we're going to eat, the St. Louis cut, in its own wrapping. So we will bring you back shortly. Actually, I'm just going to put them back on, and we'll bring you back in probably about 2 hours when we check these. So we'll bring you back. Okay, we've been on wrapped. Not quite 2 hours, about an hour and 35 minutes, something like that. So we're gonna check these. I have a feeling we'll put them back on the grill unwrapped. Back on the smoker, I should say. So let's take a look. So this is just kind of our trimmings that I'm not all that worried about. Actually looks pretty good though. Boy, nice and tender, super tender. So I'm just gonna put these up here. Yeah, these are falling off the bone. Okay, now we're gonna grab our St. Louis cut spares. Pull that out a little bit. All right, these look really good. Wow, man, those look good. I'm gonna take one glove off here. And matter of fact, I'm gonna take both outer gloves off. And we're gonna add just a little bit of sauce to these. There we go. Get that in the camera as much as I can. And I'm just using a half a bottle that I had in the fridge. I'm actually out of barbecue sauce. I'm gonna have to make some. There's definitely a few I like to buy too. But we're gonna get some sauce on those. And then we'll go ahead and, we're almost out here, so I'll add a little sauce on these trimmings too, which these were sort of an afterthought, but they look pretty good, so we'll see. All right, and I know that second part wasn't in the camera at all. So we're gonna let these go another probably 20 minutes, something like that. And then we'll get these inside and give them a try. So we will bring you back. All right, these have been on another 15 minutes. We're just gonna take a quick look at them, but I'm sure I'll be taking these off. So there's that big riblet trimming. And down there is our rack of St. Louis. Man, look good. Look at that bone pullback. So I'm gonna get these off and we'll see you inside. Okay, so we're gonna give our ribs a try. I'm actually gonna try this trimming here. Looks pretty good. Again, not really the focus of the video, but that's good. Yeah, I like it. But let's cut one of our ribs here. And I always hate trying to find the right line. And these might be the perfect tenderness here. So not falling off the bone. Still really juicy. Let's try this on camera. I'll just move the camera real quick. See if I can get my melon in it. All right, hopefully I'm in this. If not, oh well, give it a try. Pretty freaking good. I actually meant to get baby backs because I have one kid that prefers baby backs. These might be the best spare ribs I've ever done. Meat comes right off the bone, perfectly tender. Outstanding. I love the Lonestar Grill smoker. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next time at BuQeye Barbecue. Do me a favor, like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Use my glove to wipe my mouth. Thanks as always. That's really freaking good.